Bullion Dealer says urgent alert, mandate starts May 28th, ends gold as we know it. I visited my local coin shop today and my dealer told me that there's a mandate starting May 28th and this will end the housing market as we know it. It will end gold as we know it. I'm going to break this down for you and show this massive disruption is just days away. I'm going to help you be prepared so you're not left behind. We're all excited that gold is broken $2,400 an ounce. It was like $2,430 an ounce last time I checked. I mean, this is very exciting. And just know, all of this gold that I'm holding, I bought years ago when gold was not so expensive. None of us can reach in and get gold at this moment. But what's coming down the pike is going to change all of this. This is from the National Association of Home Builders. And this article starts by saying that at the Housing and Urban Development Office and the U.S. Department of Agriculture have issued a final determination that will require all HUD, HUD, and USDA financed new single-family construction housing to be built to the 2021 International Energy Conservation Code. That is a lot of words, and I'm going to explain this clearly. What this mandate is stating is that new homes will be required to be built to the 2021 IECC code, and that will add, according to the National Association of Home Builders, that will add up to $31,000 of a price to a new home. This is going to impact us in two ways. This is twofold. First, no one is able to jump in and buy a home presently. This is housing season. April and May, this is when people should be jumping in, buying their homes, but the mortgage rate for a first-time home buyer it's absolutely unattainable. It's over 7%. It's about 8% for a 30-year mortgage. Nobody's going to jump in and buy that. So all of these people that are first-time homeowners today, they have their nest egg ready. They're ready to go in. They've got their 20% down. They're going to take that 20% as they've been doing, and they're going to put it into the other tangible asset, which is not real estate. It is gold. Gold, like I'm showing you here. This is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to put it into gold, and that's going to boost the price for gold even more. And the reason they're doing this is because they already have this 20% waiting in hand, but the mortgage rate is way too high. Now, according to the National Association of Home Builders, people also do not want to buy homes because of this new code that is going to add $31,000 to a new home. Now, I told you this is twofold. First, we need codes. And I live in California. Many of you know this. I live in California. And I recently went through this because in California, we struggle with wildfires. I mean, it's serious. It is really dangerous. People die. It is real. And because of that, a new code has been put in place recently where any new addition you add, and I recently added a new addition to my home, any new addition you add, the homeowner, which is me, is required to pay for a fire sprinkler system to cover not only the new addition, but the existing part of the home. So it is a lot of money. I mean, at least $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 to do this. Now, you have to do it because wildfires are real. You have to do it. And you also have to do it because when you want to sell your house, if I choose to sell my house 5 years from now, I need to be up to code. And if a prospective buyer approaches me and says, oh, yes, I'm interested in your home, and they find out, oh, and great, you're up to code. You put this money in, you put $12,000, $15,000 in to make this fire sprinkler system up to code. Great. I will, that makes sense. I'm interested in your home. But if I'm not up to code and a prospective buyer comes in, they're going to ding me. They're going to say, oh, look, everybody else in your neighborhood is up to code. They all have this fire sprinkler system, whatever the code is, they're up to code. So I'm going to knock down your price. I'm not going to offer you what you're asking because you're not up to code and everybody else is. That's one reason we need codes. Also, look, if we didn't have any codes for housing, what's going on in California. Anybody could just move in to the wooded area next door to me with a tent or some cardboard and say it's a home and decide that they're living there. Well, no, that's why we have codes. You can't just live in some shack that you built and say that it's a house. So we absolutely need codes. And when you look at this website this data that's saying $31,000 is going to be put on top of new homes, on the cost of new homes, yes, there will be an increased cost, but you're getting that back. You're investing in your home. Now, the other part of this that we need to realize is that this National Association of Home Builders, They're putting out this information. It's all over. It's all over mainstream media. Mainstream media keeps repeating this. $31,000 it's gonna cost at least $31,000 to follow these codes. It's all over mainstream media. Well, this National Association of Home Builders, they are a lobbying group. They are a lobby. This is their job. They spend millions of dollars. This is how the wealthy spin our information. This is how mainstream media lies to us. The National Association of Home Builders is a lobbying group. They are paid millions of dollars. They go down to our Senate, to our Congress. They lobby and they get their special interests into our laws. That's what lobbying is. It's a special interest group. So this number that we're being fed and this spin, this lie that we're being told, along with this, what this National Association of Home Builders, along with them saying that your home is now going to cost at least $31,000 more, they're also saying, listen to this. I'm reading the website. It says, and it will take 90 years for your home buyer to realize a payback. That is a complete lie. If I sold my house, even 3 years from now, I would be able to add on whatever I put into my home. That's how real estate works. Whatever I put into my home, when I go to sell it, I add that to the cost. And it's all listed, it's all itemized. Anybody who's bought a home knows this. This is how this works. This is not a newsflash. It's how it works. So we need to really look at this information coming at us from mainstream media through a critical lens. Because as people are, yes, the housing market today is a serious issue. These large mortgage rates are serious. They're turning people off. People are not buying like we expect them to buy. They're absolutely taking that money that they would put into that tangible asset of real estate, and instead of going to that tangible asset, they're going to this tangible asset that I'm showing you here. They're going into gold, and that is absolutely going to push the gold price up higher than, I'm dropping my gold, higher than we've ever seen. So if you feel already like gold is out of reach, which it is for everyone who's jumping in and spending $2,400 for here's 1 ounce. Look, this is that's how small that is. That's 1 ounce. Who's able to reach in their pocket and pay for that now? None of us. Certainly none of us. But as this change comes and as this interest rate remains high, this mortgage rate remains high for first-time home buyers, nobody's going to jump in. And that is absolutely going to continue to push the price of gold higher and higher.